Hi, everybody. Mark Bertig, Spring Sports Media Day for the Heritage Conference being held right here at First Commonwealth Bank Field in Homer City, and our previews of our various teams being powered by our friends at Robindale. And we're going to talk Homer Center track, starting with the girls' head coach, Carly Janik, in your fourth year, and you brought Olivia Stambolia with you. So, Carly, let's talk about the expectations for your track team at Homer Center.
Okay. This will be my fourth year. We're looking to improve times and distances too, I guess. But I think our girls team is growing. We've been down in numbers a couple years, but I think we're growing, and we're going to continue growing.
I was going to ask you about numbers, and a lot of this, for the smaller schools, it is a challenge, isn't it? More challenging than ever.
Yeah, definitely. In our junior high program, we have almost 40 kids, or over 40 kids on our team this year too, which is awesome. So.
All right. Do you have a favorite meet? I know you've only been at it 4 years, but would the district meet be one of the highlights of the year?
I would say so. I mean, I'm always a big, warm weather fan too. So if it's a warm day, that's my favorite meet. We'll put it that way.
What about from the Heritage Conference standpoint? I think it's great that they're doing an event like this to shine the spotlight on some of the sports that maybe traditionally don't receive as much coverage.
Yeah, I mean, I think track and field's a great sport because it's for everybody. And, there's no tryouts, there's no cuts, but everybody gets to be involved. And then you get to put the highlights on the people that can shine. So. Well,
you brought Olivia Stambolia with you. What can you tell me about her?
Olivia is definitely one of our leaders on our team. She's been a leader for a long time, and she's one of our hurdlers. But we're thinking about some other events this year too. So.
All right. Well, thanks for doing this. And I understand you're a math teacher at Homer Center.
Yeah.
So you bring the department grade up because I know Coach Page is a math teacher. Right?
Yep.
We'll leave it at that. We're not going to get Carly in trouble. Coach, he is great. Carly Janik, the girls track coach at Homer Center, and the aforementioned Olivia Stambolia. Olivia, tell our viewers what events you participate in.
I've been hurdling for a long while now, so that's mostly what I do. And I jumped before, but we're going to switch things up a little bit this year.
So hurdling is your thing, though?
Yes.
So how do you prepare to hurdle?
It's just a lot of repetition and getting everything down, getting the pace down.
What about training? What's involved from a training perspective?
There's a lot of different things like sprinting. Like you have to do different sprinting workouts because you want to have the stamina and endurance. And like depending on which hurdle you're doing, the 300 or 100, it's a little bit different.
What initially drew you to be involved in track and field, Olivia?
I've always loved running since I was little, so just that.
I've always loved not running, so we do not share that in common. Do you have a moment in track and field through the years that really sticks out for you?
I had a really big injury my freshman year, so just overcoming that and being able to continue running.
Talk about what you had to go through.
It was our very first meet that year, and it was hurdling, so just the mental block of being able to hurdle again without the fear.
Yeah. And the numbers, as Coach said, are growing, so that has to be encouraging. And I'm sure you try to be a leader and maybe encourage kids to get involved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't have as many hurdlers, so it's a lot of trying to show people what it's like and encourage them to try it out.
All right, Olivia, thanks for doing this. We wish you a lot of success. Stay healthy, too.
Thank you.
All right, Olivia Stambolia, we're going to bring in the boys track coach from Homer Center, Matt Rodkey. And I see you a lot over at IEP games, too, working in that scorebook, right, Matt? And at Homer Center, you're very busy, too, in multiple roles as assistant principal, dean of students? I don't even know.
Assistant principal.
Principal. Somebody has to keep Jody Rainey straight.
It's hard. It's a hard job.
That is a big job. You've been a track coach for a number of years. Tell our viewers about your involvement.
So I've been coaching track and field at Homer Center since 2003, which was a couple years ago. Started under Rick Faust and Tom Lawson, and I think it was 2005 when I started to become the boys head coach. Took a 2-year hiatus when my daughters were in 8th and 9th grade at a neighboring school district, and kind of got back into it after they finished what they were doing, and now I'm here.
And here you're back for another year. We talked about the numbers. I think for small schools, it is a challenge because of the multiple activities, not just athletics, but students are involved in a lot of things. So what about your numbers on the boys' side?
Yeah, our numbers aren't too bad. They're in the 20s, which isn't bad for us. We would, of course, like them to be up a little higher than that. But as you said, as the numbers in our county are decreasing, that happens with every school district. So, but it's good to have the different sports for the kids to choose from, and everybody can find their niche, and track's one of those sports where that can happen, is because there are 7 field events, 11 running events. There's a little bit of everything for everybody.
Nicholas Todd you brought with you. We'll get to him in a moment. Maybe you can talk about Nicholas and what his strengths are, but also some other names that you'd like to share.
Yeah, well, Nicky's obviously one of our senior leaders. He's been with us since he was little, I guess. Started running cross country as well the last couple of years, so he's one of our distance guys. He actually was able to go downwards to a 400 for us and was on our 4x4 relay team last year that finished 4th in the district. Everybody else is an underclassman on that team, and so that's one of the hopefully strengths of our program this year, and we're hoping to improve that, because in track and field the top 3 finishers make the state level, so that's obviously the goal for that group.
I've always found it intriguing. I think it was to Jim Rocco of Northern Cambria, as a track coach, you have so many balls in the air, spread out all over the track field up at Homer Center. How do you keep everything straight, everything moving?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's kind of like a puzzle that you try to put together, and Carly and I are always trying to figure all of that out. Fortunately, we both are the math minds, and we don't have to ask Greg for that kind of help, because
goodness knows you'd be in trouble.
He'd be counting on his fingers there and stuff. No, just kidding. But so you just try to take the talents that everybody has and kind of spread them to where you think that they can best help the team, and go from there.
All right, Matt, thanks for doing this. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to turn finally. My final interview of the day is with Nicholas Todd. So we're saving the best for last, right, Nicholas?
Yes, we are.
Talk about your events that you participate in.
I do our 4x8 relay, mile, 800-meter run, and our 4x4, as Rod Keith mentioned.
Your favorite?
Depends the day. Typically, after last year, I feel like my 4x4 I love the most, but the best, I'd say my 800 is where I shine at.
How do you prepare for running both physically and mentally?
Mentally, I always go in thinking that I can do the best that I can. Physically, stretching is the biggest thing, and staying hydrated.
Yeah, especially as it gets a little warmer outside.
Exactly, yeah.
Have you set any personal records or milestones that you're aiming to achieve this season?
For the 4x4, I think we have a really high shot this year after what we saw last year to make the state meet. And then 800, if I can get a nice sub 204, that'd be pretty nice. It's my goal this year.
Sounds good. Any teammates you want to give a little shout out to?
Jones twins and our final 4x4 runner, Riley Conemaugh.
All right, Riley. His stepmom, I guess, works for us at Renda Media, so I know Riley, and of course his younger brother Gabe too. Okay, quirkiest teammate.
Quirkiest teammate.
Funniest teammate.
I gotta give that to Carson Arone. He's got a little jokester on his side to him.
How about yourself? Jokester? No.
I can every once in a while.
You're the DJ? You pick the music?
Yeah, I get the music for the team.
Maybe we need to interview you.
Maybe.
All right, Nicholas Todd, good luck to you.
Thanks so much.
Nicholas Todd from the Homer Center boys track team. We thank head coach Matt Rodkey for joining us, as well as we preview the Homer Center boys side of the upcoming track season. It's been a great day, Heritage Conference Media Day. We thank Robindale for helping to present our coverage here from First Commonwealth Bank Field, Homer Center, our final school of the day that we are interviewing. All of these will be posted on Renda Digital TV on our YouTube channel, and a lot of baseball, softball, and track talk here today. Great for the Heritage Conference to have this organized. For Renda Digital TV, I'm Mark Bertig.